Welcome to my kitchen, my friends. For this risotto with asparagus, we will need olive oil, we will need butter, 1 red onion chopped, 1 whole clove of garlic, arborio rice, 2 tablespoons of basil pesto, the stem of the asparagus cut, and the tips of the asparagus, and obviously salt and pepper, and a good glass of white wine like Pinot Grigio. Okay, so first thing we gotta put a bouillon in the water. Okay. We're going to add some olive oil, just a touch, not too much. What do you mean, how long? Oh, well, in a half an hour. Okay. Now we're going to add the onions. Okay, now we have to make sure that the onions are translucent. Okay, so, and then we're going to add the full garlic, and then we're going to take it out. We're not going to chop it up, or we're just going to take it out. So now we'll, maybe a good 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes for the onions to cook. We don't want them to burn, and nor do we want it to be not cooked enough. Okay? Okay, now I'm pouring in the rice, and the reason is because I have to toast it.
No, why do you have to toast the rice?
It's because we have to release the starch of the rice. Are you taking the inside the pan here?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to cover it well. You see how now the rice is sort of
Coated.
Coated. Thank you. And we're gonna let it toast a little bit. So this probably will take a good 5 minutes. I still have the garlic in here, so it will infuse the flavor of the garlic with the rice. Okay.
No, why do you have a full clove in your risotto? Why don't you chop it up?
Well, because if I chop it up, it gives a stronger flavor to the risotto. But since I'm doing asparagus, I prefer it to just have a little hint of garlic, and then we will remove the garlic like so, and I will remove it. Okay, at this point, Nona's going to add a good glass of white wine. And the wine has to evaporate, because if it doesn't, then your rice, your risotto will taste like wine. That's not what we want. We want it to be, that will have a nice hint, but not overly power. So we have to wait until it all dries up. And actually, right now, you can actually see there's pretty much no more wine. But you know how Nonna knows exactly when it's time to add the next ingredient? It's with the steam. If the steam does not smell like wine, then we know we can add our ladle of broth, which is vegetable broth I'm using. And we probably will add maybe 3 ladles. And now this has to evaporate also. One more. So we just mix it lightly and we let the rice do it by itself too. Okay. And now I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of pesto, basil pesto. And I will mix it. So the basil is a fairly strong herb, so we don't put too much of it, but it does give a nice color to the risotto. You see? Okay. Now we let it go because the water has not evaporated at all. So we'll wait. Now zoom in into that. You see there's that little bit of a puddle. Be careful you don't burn yourself. So that tells me that it's not evaporated still. So I'm waiting. So I'm gonna mix it to give it a stir. And I think we can add a little bit more. There we go, we're gonna add more. Ready? 1. We're gonna go only 2 this time, okay? Just 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna mix it. Okay, we let it cook. Okay, I'm gonna add some salt. 2 little pinches. And I'm gonna also add some pepper. Maybe that's a good pinch. And I will mix it. That's beautiful. I'm going to add the ends, the stems of the asparagus that I cut like little cubes or little circles. There we go. And we will mix it in. And at the same time, I'm going to add another ladle or 2 of broth. Okay. And I'm going to add the tips of the asparagus. There we go. And we're going to add more broth. This time I'm going to add 3 to make sure I cover the asparagus. Okay, and we let it. So this here, I'm adding the ricotta. I think I'm going to add good 3 heaping, or maybe even 4, I think, of ricotta to this dish. So let me mix it. Okay. That looks yummy. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, you can shut it. We have to shut off the heat. I'm going to add some butter. And I'm going to add at least a good half a cup of Parmesan cheese to this. And I will mix it. And there we are. Beautiful. Look at how creamy this is. Just beautiful. Okay, perfect. Okay, done. Before we finish, I'm adding a few photos of the risotto, all taken by Gemma,
who was not only my photographer today, but also my entire film crew. And yes, I kept everything in, even the moment you hear my husband in the background asking how much longer the risotto would take, because Antonio was apparently dying of hunger. That's our house. Someone cooking, someone filming, someone yelling from another room. Pure Italian sitcom. These photos are Gemma's grand finale, her artistic touch after surviving the chaos of our kitchen.
What do you want?
I want to know. No.
Yeah,
How was it?
very good.
Very good. Antonio?
Good.
Good?
It was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. Throw that fork.
gorgeous like you.